Hi, I'm Jesse. This is One Block at a Time, and this is a rainy day at Tudor City Place. Tudor City is a surprising oasis in the middle of Midtown. Its main street, Tudor City Place, is a little elevated lane overlooking First Avenue. Because it sits on a little cliff, and since the streets don't go all the way through, it forms a cul-de-sac that's isolated and quiet. It wasn't always that way. Prospect Hill was a slum in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, next to all the foul chemical plants and abattoirs of First Avenue. With the rise of cars, city dwellers began to flee to the suburbs. Tudor City was built to prevent that, an attractive planned community for the middle classes, within walking distance of the offices around Grand Central. Its construction in 1926 made it the first residential skyscraper complex in the world. So Tudor City is known for its Tudor Revival architecture, which is all these sort of tan stone bricks combined with smaller red bricks and these arches, and it looks a lot like British castles. Spires and crenellated walls and stained glass in places. It's really beautiful. One of my favorite things about Tudor City is this reading spot. It's one of my favorite places to go when I get a chance. I hope seeing it on this video doesn't pack it with tourists now. What's amazing is the view from the sea. An awesome view of the East River and the United Nations. Also down below is Robert Moses Playground, probably one of the hundreds of Robert Moses's playgrounds. He was instrumental in getting the UN to come to New York. I always recommend reading his biography, The Power Broker. Tudor City is split into two parts, including two halves of a tranquil garden called Tudor City Greens. This is one of the only privately owned parks in the city that is open to the public. Bifurcating the park is 42nd Street, and because the neighborhood is elevated, there's a bridge crossing it. This is one of the best things about Tudor City. Look at the view. There's the Chrysler Building. This spot's also famous for Manhattanhenge, the magical time of year, well, 4 times of year actually, in which the setting or rising sun aligns with Manhattan's tilted street grid, and you can get some stunning photos. This is the best vantage point for photographers, and they often camp out here to steal the best shot. These photos are by my friend Eric Wang. Tudor City's been in tons of films and TV, like Scarface, Taxi Driver, Superman, The Godfather 3, Splash, The Bourne Identity, or one of the Bourne Identities, all 3 original Spider-Man films, and dozens more. Celebrities that have lived here include Charlton Heston, and that was all I could find online. But it seems like a place where a lot of celebrities would live. The street here also has some adorable little stores, like this bodega, Tudor Farm, and this wine shop, and this other store that sells nice stuff, and Conrad's Bike Shop, which has been in business for over 50 years. And there's a posh restaurant, Tudor City Steakhouse. It's a bit fancy for our everyday, but we decided to come back here later to have dinner. But then we were lazy and decided to skip going back out in the rain, so we'll review it someday. I was trying to think of some downsides of Tudor City Place to balance out everything, but I couldn't think of any. It's just a great street. Finally, we can leave by walking down the steep Sharansky steps, which lead directly to the United Nations, and are super dangerous in the rain. There's this well-known and quite fitting quote on the wall. "They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more." Thanks for watching. This was One Block at a Time. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned if you want to learn more about New York. Thanks.